Hey Aries, thank you so much for tuning into your How Do They Feel About You reading and bringing your beautiful energy, positive vibes. You guys are freaking awesome. I appreciate your support. If you're new to Soul Embers, welcome. My name is Andrea. I hope you find a message within this reading helpful and you choose to stick around for the journey. So how do they feel about you? This is all about their perspective. How are they feeling? What are they thinking? What are they going to do about it? You may be feeling that you're getting mixed messages or slightly confused. You lack the clarity. So I'm hoping to draw out some messages that will resonate and offer you the clarity that you need to make the best decision for yourself, as well as some guidance as to how to work through that space, right? So let's have a look and see what's going on with Aries. Yeah, a lot of indecision as to whether or not you should take their word for it is the message that I'm getting. Take their word for it. There is this element of something doesn't sit right with you, Aries. And I feel to a degree you've been ignoring the red flags. Yeah. And you're undecided as to which way you want to go about this. Your intuition is really flagging you and you're questioning it. That's what I'm getting. There is something here that you need to see with your very own eyes, or hear with your, right? It needs to be verbalized for you to get that confirmation that you're looking for when it comes to making a choice, when it comes to this person. Spirit is saying don't ignore your intuition. If something is not feeling right, believe that. Definitely believe that. They're trying to steer you in the right direction. They're trying to steer you towards your life purpose. There is a certain wisdom that you have gained from your experiences, Aries, and you're far more in tune with your higher frequency or your higher self than what you would have been in a past cycle. All right, let's have a look and see what this is about. What's this person about? What's their deal? Yeah, so I'm getting that there is definitely this, it's almost like they're presenting you with this offer. This person that you're here for today, the Aries that I'm connecting with, this person has presented you with an offer, yet you still don't feel it's a genuine one. You still are questioning it and you're still questioning their motives. They want to bring something back to the surface. There is a lack mentality on their behalf that they feel in your absence. For example, that there might be an aspect of themselves, that a void within themselves that you actually feel with your presence. So this is something that they're attracted to, they want in their life. It's something though that they're not able to cultivate within themselves, they're not aware of how to cultivate it within themselves on their own. And so you're bringing this feeling up in them, they're really finding a lot of peace in it, and so they're chasing that. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're willing to reciprocate in the same manner, because like I said, they don't have the capacity to do that. They don't understand that the reason why they're so attracted to you in the way that they are is because there is a void within them that you're feeling that they don't know how to self-soothe or create within themselves. So if you're looking for them to reciprocate in the same manner, it's not going to happen. And I'm getting that this may be something that you've revisited with this person a few times, and you always feel like you end up getting the short end of the stick, that they don't reciprocate. The message here is it's not something that they've been able to work on, that they've recognized. They don't have that self-awareness. And so while you might be attracted to this person, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're compatible or you're on the same level when it comes to your journey. But they definitely feel that they want you back in their life, and there is sadness, you know. They're trying to figure out how they can come in with an offer that will kind of persuade you. That's what I'm getting. Persuade you to see things are possible. There are possibilities here. You may have lost hope and you just don't believe in this anymore. Oh my gosh, they definitely, you know, all right, Aries, you are feeling that this is broken. But what if there is a possibility? You know, the person that chooses to walk away is often the person that carries the weight of making a decision and risking the possibility of it having gone in a positive way. So, you know, the person that decides to disengage and disconnect from a relationship carries that weight of that what if I had have stayed, what if I had have tried, what if I didn't give this the opportunity that it needed. The person that is left behind, let's say, feels helpless to your decision, and they feel that you often, or we often, don't give it the opportunity, and that there was so much more potential. The person that leaves feels that there is no potential and there is no opportunity. And I feel that the person that you are here for today is trying to persuade you of this opportunity and trying to make you see things in a different eye. Now you're being pushed in a different direction. You are feeling that there is something that's not right here, and you can no longer ignore it. The signs are so internally, you can feel, intuitively, you can feel that you can't take this person's word for it. And so they really don't want to put an end to this cycle. They really don't want it to end. You have outgrown them, Aries. They are still where they may have been 5 years ago and repeating the same cycles over and over again. There is an aspect of themselves that they're not yet able to face and take responsibility for, so that they can enable growth to occur and they can level up emotionally, they can mature emotionally and spiritually, and even physically in their physical world, right? So this may be the type of person that hasn't really changed a lot in their environment in the last 5 or 6 years. And you may not have known them 5 or 6 years ago, but this is the type of pattern that I see, right? I'm talking about the person in this situation. So they may not have evolved. They may not have really moved on from certain behaviors that as you grow, as you get older, you close out and you move on to the next stage. So this person wants to remain where they are, but they want you to remain there with them. They're not willing to take the risk, or don't even know how to take the risk to take it to the next level. All they know is that there is this element of rejection that they're feeling, and this element of you gave up on them. So they may be holding you responsible, even though they're really not doing anything to bridge the gap between where they are towards building a compromising relationship, where they have to reciprocate in order for a relationship to grow. I'm feeling that there is a lot of there may be childhood trauma here, or based on their attachment style, let's say, they were lacking a certain foundational you know, they were lacking certain foundational emotional things that were necessary for them to be able to reciprocate emotionally. It's not something that they were given. It's not something that they explored. It's not something that they were taught, and so they don't know how to express it either. And they may, as a result, have certain rejection and abandonment issues because of that, and they've not worked on it whatsoever. And so they try to stay in this space of safety, but they want everyone to stay there with them. They don't want to take the risk of leaving themselves vulnerable and being rejected again. But because they're already in that frequency, they attract rejection anyway. So what you've been trying to do is you've been trying to get them out of that vibration of safety, and trying to put them into a vibration of growth and certain risk that's essential in in self-confidence and self-worth, and they're just not moving. And so they're trying to hold on to this cycle as much as possible, and they're pulling you back. They're trying to pull you back, and you're trying to progress in your life, and you're feeling a push and a pull in two opposite directions. If that resonates, guys, please do comment below. I love reading your comments. It helps me connect with your energy, and I use that for future readings, but it also helps other viewers. Like, I see the dialogue between viewers, and sometimes your perspective can really offer someone else clarity and shift them in a really positive way. So yeah, please do comment below and let me know. So they're trying really hard to hold back their desire to pursue you from a space that no longer works for you. They're aware that you've actually shut down, Aries, in a certain way when it comes to them. That same tape that they've been playing, that same tune that they've been playing, is no longer going to work for you. It's gotten you nowhere, and it's almost like they put a band-aid over the situation so that they can get their fix on whatever this void is in their life by you filling it, and then they fall back into that same pattern, and you're pretty much over it. I feel that you've disconnected. Emotionally, you've disconnected, but there is still something here that you need confirmation for, to make sure you're making the right decision. You're questioning your intuition. And because energetically there is still that opening, and there is still that what if, it is allowing this connection to maintain itself. And it's bringing them into your environment, your energetic field, let's say. But they're really trying to hide just how deeply hurt they are, just how deeply rejected they feel. They are experiencing this whole victim mentality where, they feel everybody leaves them, everybody rejects them, no one sticks around, no one understands them, yet they're not willing to take responsibility or make any changes. So yeah, they're really trying to hold back on that sadness, control the desire to come across as needy, to come across as vulnerable, to come across as weak, and they're trying to figure out a way that they can come in looking strong, when in actual fact they're not feeling it at all, Aries. They feel very, very lost without you, very lost without you. And for some reason I'm just hearing, well, they should have thought of that before. Pardon me. I feel that there's something they really, they're holding back from saying. My throat chakra is really closing up. They're not speaking the truth. They're holding back. I feel ego is definitely playing its part here. The darker side of ego is definitely playing its part. And they're not, they're coming maybe from they might have an arrogant approach to this all. They may be very, very moody. When I say moody, they may have explosive kind of tendencies where, you know, they come in soft and tender and open, or what seems to be open, as a way to persuade you. And then when you, the minute there is some kind of conversation, or you address them in a way where they may feel they're rejected, that quickly changes into someone that gets very defensive, that gets very arrogant, that gets very that projects and deflects and blames. And every time that happens, it just further embeds in you why you're not able to take their word for why you're not able to take their word that things are going to be different this time. So they are at this stage, they don't feel safe enough within themselves to really take off the mask and see and look at themselves in the mirror. This is what I'm getting. That will allow them to come to you with authenticity, humbleness, and with a solution on how to collaborate, instead of trying to persuade you so that they can fulfill their own needs. And this is why you're getting these red flags, and intuitively something doesn't feel right. They're not ready to do that. They're still fighting with themselves and everybody else around them. Anyone that comes in their path, they will fight, they will deflect, they will project, they will blame, because they're still not ready to do that. And so there's if you're seeing this person as being argumentative, as being stubborn, as being difficult, that's exactly what they're experiencing on the inside. This is an inner turmoil that they're experiencing because they're refusing to basically emotionally mature. And they have the opportunity, you both have this opportunity for a new start together, but they need to be real. They need to be real, and they need to be willing to work on themselves while you work on building this in a new and different way, rather than trying to persuade you because it's going to fulfill their very own needs. Okay. Let's have a look and see what message the Spirit has for you. How does Aries work through this? What's the guidance we have for you? What guidance do we have for Aries? I love you. These are powerful words. And immediately, the minute I saw this, the message I got is, if you really want this to come together, Aries, if you're really interested in getting the best out of this person and you're willing to invest energy, time, there is definitely a feeling of you need to be able to first maintain your own vision, your own values, and your own morals, and stand firm within your own energy, where you're not allowing these projections to influence you, change you, or misdirect you. So stand really firm in what you believe, as far as love goes especially, and as far as what your vision is for relationships and what you think a healthy relationship looks like, where there is a balance. So the best way to I guess the way to get the best result out of this person is to really focus on those traumas that they're trying to protect with ego, with anger. There is a lot of, they are filled with sadness. When you're in their absence, they're filled with sadness. This person does not know how to self-regulate their emotions, how to identify them, how to work through them. It's almost like you have to teach them without telling them and without accusing them. So the best approach would be to come from a place of love that immediately hit on those traumas, so in a positive way, so that they can start to feel safe enough to drop those boundaries and allow their mask to come off. And so they don't feel that they're going to enter a battlefield, or they're getting ready for that war to protect themselves and protect those wounds or protect that void. So highlighting, I guess, that the areas of them that are very positive, if they do come at you, explaining to them, figuring out what their attachment style is also a very, very very helpful tool, so that you know how to respond to, I guess, their fears in a way that makes them feel safe. So coming at them so that they do feel that, it's safe for them to drop that mask, and you come from a place of love consistently, and not from and not mirror their energy of lack. And so the conversation goes in that direction. What's missing? What's not there? Come from a place of what is there, but that does not mean that you're going to settle, or that you're going to change your vision, or that you're going to wait. It just means that you will stand firm within your energetic field of what love is, and you will express to them how you see that within them, and then you just focus on your own energy, and that allows them to meet you on your frequency, rather than arguing with them, or rather than going into conflict with them and coming from their same space of lack, which ultimately doesn't get either of you into a more positive space, and doesn't allow, and that holds you back as well, Aries, from living in your own frequency, in your own vibration, and it holds you back from your own emotional growth. I hope that made sense, guys. Like I said, please do comment below if this reading resonates and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or a personal session on how you can maintain your own energetic field, stand firm to those morals and those values, come from a place of love, but understand that that doesn't mean that you expect them to rise to that or to meet that. It just means that you're voicing it, and you're creating that magnetism that's needed to attract them and make them want to take that risk for their own personal growth, because they feel safe to do that with you. My contact details are in the description box below, so feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful week, Aries. Bye.